Hey guys, so I haven't recorded since my Cimzia video, so I guess this can kind of be like an update type of thing. I just got out of the hospital, so that kind of gives you a clue as to how Cimzia is working for me, but I'm not really surprised. I remember telling my mom before I started, I'm like, I don't really think this medicine's gonna do anything for me because the way my doctor explained it to me, it's like Remicade, Humira, Cimzia, and Remicade worked really well for me for like 2.5, 3 years, like my junior year of high school to like the middle of my freshman year of college, and it just like stopped working. And then I had this huge abscess issue. I'll go into all that like in a different video because it would take forever. But I had like the abscess issue. I ended up with an ostomy, and then I did really well with my ostomy for like a year with no medicine, till I ended up with severe Crohn's. Again, like I'll cover all this later. But to kind of touch on my last video, I was on Cimzia for about, I don't even know, I think I did the loading dose and then like 3 doses after that, and I was just like, well, I don't feel any different. Like, I didn't really feel bad to start with. That was more of like a precautionary thing since I ended up flaring and needing a second surgery. So yeah, I was like, I'm not really feeling different, and I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't doing anything. Well, New Year's Eve, so like the day before New Year's Eve, I was supposed to have a work party, and I went to work, and it felt okay, and I made it through work, but then I was like feeling really tired, so I went home, and I ended up throwing up. Like, I ate half a sandwich, and then from like 10 o'clock at night to like 6 o'clock the next morning, I just could not stop throwing up. And it wasn't the first time I had thrown up. I've been like puking on and off since like December 20th maybe, like right before Christmas. And I haven't really had an appetite, so I'm like, I just have like this weird feeling that something's wrong. But didn't go to the hospital because we thought I had a stomach bug. People in my family have been sick, so it was kind of like up in the air until that night. Then I was like, something's wrong. And I don't know how many of you have had like issues where you can't stop puking with an ostomy, but dry heaving, puking, and ostomies do not mix well. So yeah, we went to the hospital at like 6 a.m. on New Year's Eve, and I just got out today. And they didn't really do much for me besides managing my pain and my nausea, because for like the first 2 days, I think I was there, let's see, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, yeah. So for the first like 2-3 days, like it was really, really hurting after I ate. Like anytime I ate, my whole stomach just like tensed up. It was not cool. And so that's how they like kind of decided, Cimzia's not working. I had 2 iron infusions because my iron and hemoglobin were low, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with. 1 IV went bad. That was fun. It like really hurt, it like gets all hard and swollen and fun stuff. And so you obviously don't sleep, so I haven't slept. I'm actually really awake though. But anyways, kind of enough of that. I want to talk about my post-hospital ritual, because unfortunately I've been there enough times that I have one of those. So as you know, in the hospital it's like kind of gross. They don't really give you nice soap or anything, and I forgot to bring my own, and by the time that I had any there, I was like, I knew I was going home, so I'm like, I'll wash up, but it's not gonna, I'd rather just take a bath at home. So first thing I do is like think, the minute I know I'm going home, I like think of all the food that I could eat when I go home, because by the time I'm going home, my appetite was back, and I was like, I do not want hospital food. I like protested. Last night my mom brought me a sandwich, this morning she brought me a breakfast sandwich. Like, she spoiled me the last day because I was on hospital food meltdown. So I came home and made mac and cheese. I don't know why, that's what I wanted. But next thing is if it's not the first thing I do, the next thing I do is always take like a super long bubble bath and just pamper myself, because you feel so disgusting and it feels so good to just clean up and yeah, soak for a while, and then you get out and you're like, oh, I have skin that's not scaly because the hospital is so dry. So yeah, going off of that, I then lather up with lotion to take care of some of the dryness. Like, my nose was even bleeding. It was so dry in there, it was crazy. Normally then I'd take a nap, but I wasn't feeling that today. And what else did I do? Put in my request for dinner, homemade soup from my mom, props to her. Then I just kind of like unpacked my hospital stuff, because like, at least to me, the hospital has like a distinct smell, so I didn't want, like, I brought my own pillow to the hospital, and I wear my own clothes, I hate the gowns, so like everything just kind of smelled, so I just put it in my hamper and was done with that, and then cleaned my room, and then I decided that it would be cool to take another bath, because I can, because I'm home. So yeah, there's that, and Cimzia is not really working. I don't know what my plan B is, because my doctor is actually on vacation. How convenient. But I have tried, like, Remicade, Humira, azathioprine, methotrexate, like, you name it, I've been on it. So, currently I'm just on everybody's favorite prednisone, so hopefully I don't end up looking like this. But if I do, oh well, it'll go back to normal. But, waiting till Wednesday, I think, is my follow-up with my doctor, and we're talking about 2 newer drugs. One of them's like called tacrolimus, I think. It's in like the azathioprine family, so it kind of makes me nervous that it like wouldn't work. But we'll see. I did a lot of research online because I was bored in the hospital, and it said that it helps patients with fistulizing Crohn's, which I've had a big problem with. First perianal fistulas and then peristomal fistulas. I've had them all. I should do another video on that alone, especially caring for peristomal fistulas, because that's a headache. But it's manageable, so don't like freak out if you have that going on or anything. I can give you tips or anything. I'll make another video on that sometime soon, maybe. I'm not very good at doing the whole soon thing, but what was I saying? Oh, and then the other medicine they were talking about was called like Tisabri. I don't know if anybody's been on it, but it's kind of one that like scares me to death. Like, you can get this like fatal brain infection if you test positive, so they like send away my blood work and stuff to like see if I'm a carrier of this virus. But even if I am, I think I'm gonna be like, look, if I tested positive, you need a plan B, so what's plan B? Because I don't really need a fatal brain infection, and just the possibility, like, even when you're on the medicine, you have to keep getting tested, and that scares me and would stress me out, and we all know what stress does for Crohn's. So yeah, other than that, I don't really know much else. I think that's pretty much it for now. I will update you guys after my appointment on Wednesday, and I'll try to do the peristomal fistula video like I was talking about, because that could be really beneficial to somebody, because there's nothing worse than thinking you have a leak, which is what happened to me. I was out to dinner with my friends, and I looked down and I'm like, oh, cool, I have a leak, and I went home, changed it, didn't think anything of it, and then less than 12 hours later had the same thing, and that's when I saw there was like this extra hole that poop was coming out of. So I'll go into that in my next video. So hope everybody's healthy. I know a couple of people are in the hospital, so I hope they heal up soon, and if you're not feeling well, I hope you feel better soon, and I'll see you guys next time.